Good morning, beautiful people. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to all my beautiful friends in the US. And we are here for Magical Monday. So I hope you are having a magical time. I remember when I lived in California and we always liked the long weekend. It was just full of parties and celebration and barbecues and fireworks. So I've got a lot of fond memories of when I lived there and celebrating the 4th of July. So it's a huge holiday in the US, and I sent out a newsletter just to say I'm thinking of you all, I miss you all, and look forward to coming back in November. So for Magical Monday, let's talk about independence. I know the Independence Day, the bit of history on that started back in 1776 when the US actually broke away from the Britain and the UK and became an independent country. So there was a lot of states that were still part of the US. So that's what Independence Day is all about, where it broke free from the monarchy and independence of being the United States of America as we know of it today. So hi Mark, thanks for watching. Good to see you here. And happy Monday. So let's talk about independence, because this is something that we all have, within ourselves. It's our birthright, and I've talked about this, in the past. It's like when you are a sovereign being and really stepping into your power, and you're responsible for making your choices and decisions independent on anyone else, the external world. And this is where you are honoring yourself and really coming back to what's important to you, and as long as it's ecological to the planet and the environment and everyone else, it's about you taking responsibility for the choices that you make. And in saying that, it also ties into being accountable, because remember, there's always a cause and effect. So you get to choose what side of the equation are you on. And there's been a lot of blame, and especially in the media and listening to anyone, there's a lot of blame and criticism and judgment. So my words of wisdom today is really watch the words that you are saying, and also your thoughts. If you fall into wanting to blame others or wanting to project anything that's going on, which is really inside of you, projecting that onto anyone else, just ask yourself, how am I at cause for this situation or this circumstance? And that's with everything in your life. Because remember, you're the creator of your reality, and everything that you attract to you, everything that you create, you're responsible for. And everything that you do on a daily basis is stepping forward on your intentions, your goals, wherever you are heading in your life. So when it comes to making choices and decisions, it's like, do you have a morning routine where you are actually setting the tone for the day and setting up, this is what I'm creating today. This is the structure I'm following. This is my routine. And so for me, I love to, journal, write out my gratitude. I've got my schedule for the day, which is a lot of meetings and appointments and clients and Zoom, a lot of Zoom, and being online, as well as having that balance of also going to the gym and exercising. And so that's really important. That's what I talk about in my BENN Method, which is balance, energy, nurture, and nourish. And so what is your daily routine, and do you stick to it? And what are your non-negotiables? And this is where, it doesn't matter. This is your day, and regardless, it's non-negotiable, and no one can change that. And we're constantly being tested. I know that I receive a lot of different messages from different people, and they go, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you squeeze, and it's like, no, I've got to say no. And when you say no to others, you say yes to yourself. So, and I was talking to, I was visiting a friend yesterday who runs a very successful company, and he's got a very busy office, and he set up his day where these are the hours he works. He no longer works at night. He drops his kids off, he picks his kids up, and so that's his non-negotiable. And then he has all his activities outside of that. So he's actually created a beautiful work-life balance. And this is something that, I really urge you to also implement in your life, which the BENN Method is all about, advanced self-care for the soul. So how are you nurturing your soul? And on a daily basis, do you have balance in your life? And filling up, all those tanks. And this is doing some personal development, your spiritual growth, also working, doing physical work, and then also having some time to meditate and rest. So just ask yourself, and Mark, if you got any comments on that, because I know you're a very busy man, and you so do you have balance in your life where you're taking time out to nurture you, and taking time to switch off, even if it's just for 5 minutes, just closing your eyes and deep breathing, or you can listen to a meditation, or just really connecting with your heart, with your soul, and just connecting with source energy, and just running your energies, bringing that energy through, and maybe make that, before you hop out of bed in the morning, connect in and just say, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. It's an actual song by Karen Drucker. And so if you've got this song in your head, well, then you can actually just sing it. Sorry, there was a knocking. So who would like a reading? What questions do you have? Mark, do you want a reading? What's going on for you? I've got a few different decks here. And happy Independence Day to all my friends in the US. It's Sunday there now, and I hope you're having a fabulous long weekend. I remember, all the fireworks, and yeah, it was a really fun time. Plus it's summer there. It's a little bit cooler here in Brisbane. So I will choose a card for the day, and this is for everyone, a message for the day. So and anyone who listens to this afterwards, let me know if you got any questions. Also, to let you know, I have started posting every day on LinkedIn of joyisms and hashtag joyisms. And the purpose of this is to uplift the energy vibration on the planet, but also to help make the world a better place. So if you could also help me to share and like and spread joy on the planet, I would really appreciate that. And especially, you know, we're in turbulent times. There is a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of negativity, and it's really important for us to keep our vibration high. And what I'm doing is I'm holding the space for everybody, especially if you are highly sensitive and an empath and you're feeling the turbulence and feeling, you know, things are very topsy-turvy. It can actually bring up a lot of emotions. And remember, we're in Cancer right now, so it's all about emotions. It's a water sign. So if you're feeling a bit teary, that's totally okay. And just honor your feelings, honor your emotions, and it's a beautiful thing just to feel. So let me choose a card for everybody on this 4th of July, and it is Krishna, devotion, and it says, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So that's the message for everybody. And if you, so these are all the masters and lords and goddesses of this deck. So Krishna, let me just share the message with you. So you probably heard of the Hare Krishnas, and so the meaning is you have a deep spiritual connection and must trust the guidance that's coming through. Your devotion to the spiritual path has been recognized. It may feel as if you've been on a mental, emotional battlefield. Interesting. But there are sweet messages of hope around you now. Krishna is here to boost your sense of connection to the divine and encourage you to act from your soul. If a decision needs to be made, ask yourself what will honor your soul and those around you. If you can choose the best for all involved, then you will feel even closer to the divine. So like I said before, before you get out of bed, before you open your eyes, connect with divine source and whatever you want to ask them, but bring that energy through. Remember, you are source energy in this physical body, and by you plugging in, connecting, and setting that intention for your day ahead, that will just help you breeze through the day with ease and grace. So it's really important to make that connection, make it a daily ritual, because whatever your thoughts are at the beginning of the day will set the tone for the rest of the day. So if you wake up feeling, oh my God, you know, what time is it? I've got to do this and this and this and this and quick, run and hurry, and you're just setting yourself up for a very stressful, maybe unproductive day, and also just creating tension and stress in your body. as well as being unorganized and just all over the place. And that's when you start your day with that energy, you may feel like you're being pulled in 20 different directions, and that can affect your energy. That can affect your grounding, because again, being an emotional being, you know, it's like it takes its toll on your mental health as well as your physical health. And this is what leads to burnout and exhaustion and sleepless nights and the worry and the doubt and the fears and all these different emotions of frustration, because you're constantly just putting out fires and running. And so if you can just set the tone for the day, connect with the divine, bring that energy through, just make an intentional prayer, whatever you want to say. And it can be just, thank you for this day, Spirit. And I'm so grateful for the beautiful day. I'm so grateful for my friends. I am so grateful for all the wonderful people that I'm connecting with today. And I'm so grateful for my healthy body, healthy, strong, energetic, full of vitality, whatever you want to say. I'm so grateful for the guidance, trusting my inner guidance, trusting my internal guidance system. And thank you for guiding me. Thank you for teaching me. Whatever affirmations you choose to say on a daily basis, and what I recommend is to make it into like a little song or a verse, or like, you know, I've got a lot of different music, and just to have that playing, because what that's doing is rewiring your subconscious, your unconscious mind. And if that daily repetitive habit, well, then you're actually going to rewire the neurology in your brain, and then it becomes automatic. So again, remember when you first started to drive a car, there was a lot, you know, right, okay, I've got to, you know, put my foot on the brake, you know, the ignition, put it in a gear if it was a manual or an automatic, or so there's a lot of different steps. But now when you jump into a car, it's just all automatic. You don't even think about it. It's unconscious. So that's what you want to do on a daily basis, have all these new habits set up where it's automatic. And I talk about that more, and you get to practice it in my 5-day discovery, because, and this is a course that I've got, and I'm going to upgrade it and add more videos to it, because it's really about discovering who you are as a soul and how you can be a better version of yourself. What are you striving for? What are you aspiring to? Who do you choose to be? How do you choose to show up in the world? And so in this course, it's all about really just taking ownership, cause effect. Remember, I own this. I am at cause. How did I create this situation? What am I responsible for? And how can I make it better? So I hope that message helps everyone. And so Krishna, devotion. So trust your spiritual guidance and know that you're loved unconditionally. And I also want to just do an angel oracle as well, because I've had a lot of different questions from people, and yeah, and this is why I've been told very directly that it's important for me to get my BENN Method out there. So for those who don't know my BENN Method, it is Balance, Energy, Nurture and Nourish. And it's, in an essence, it is advanced self-care for your soul, but it helps you to be the new you that you deserve to be. And so on a daily basis, what we do is take you through anything that is stopping you from being the new version of you, who you choose to be. And it's like an upgrade to your conscious human operating system. It's upgrading your consciousness. It's looking at all the shadow areas, all the unconscious beliefs, programs, patterns, looking at all of that old programming from the past that's stopping you or getting in the way of you being your sovereign being, the being that you choose to be. Okay, so there's two cards that jumped out: assertiveness and innocence. So, beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so that we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Perfect. So just on the guilt, shame, and we talked about blame, what that does on an emotional level. Hi, Madonna. Great to have you here. Thanks for watching, love. Is it lowers your energy vibration. So if you're looking at the David Hawkins scale, well, shame and guilt is like the lowest vibration that's on this scale. And so anytime that you go there, and especially if you're blaming others or blaming the external world, blaming the government, blaming whatever, religion, politics, blaming, that's where it's like stop and ask yourself, how am I at cause? What am I responsible for? And changing that thought, and reprogramming that thought. Otherwise, it'll make you miserable. So that's a really important, that innocence, and come back to your heart. Come back to the love that you are. That's your blueprint of who you are. That's your divine blueprint of happiness and joy and this free spirit. You were born that way. So I really encourage you to just, for any situation or circumstance, just come back to your heart and check in. And ask yourself, what would love do in this situation? Or how would love answer this question? What's the most loving and kind thing that I can do for myself today or for another? And lead with kindness, lead with compassion, lead with love in your heart. And be aware when the ego comes through and wants to jump in and create a story, or trying to be right. Because trying to be right is exhausting, and it will also drain your energy. So listen to your internal guidance system, and if you catch yourself wanting to make something, right or wrong, just go, oh, that's a judgment, that's a projection, that's your ego wanting to make something right or wrong. Hi Lee, thanks for watching. Great to have you here. Happy Monday. Let me know if anyone wants an actual card, and I'm doing card readings for Magical Monday, and every week I also talk about different topics. It changes every week. It just depends on what's appropriate, what's coming through at the time. So today being the 4th of July and independence, it comes back to the independence of ourselves and feeling independent, and especially in relationships, which I help a lot of people with. It's about when you are independent within yourself in the relationship and you're not losing your identity, which happens a lot, and that's where you're giving up who you are. But also when it's a codependent relationship, that can lead to a lot of issues and conflict in the relationship, as well as it's quite toxic and unhealthy. And so that's another area that I'm really honing into, because there's been so many relationship breakups, which I'm helping people through to recreate their life. So if that's you, well, please reach out and contact me if you're going through a separation. It can be not just a marriage or a partnership, it can be like conflict with a work colleague, it can be a friendship, it can be family dynamics, family dysfunctions, whatever. It's all about relationships and how you're communicating with the other person, and then what are your triggers. So whenever anyone's triggering us and pushing those buttons, that's our responsibility to look at our unresolved issues. And so that's where you can upgrade and reprogram whatever that old trigger is. So if you've got any questions on that, let's set up a one-to-one call, and happy to go deeper into that, because it's when you can identify what the actual trigger is, it always has an underlying root cause. And that's the areas that we dissolve, so you can be whole and complete within yourself. Okay, so next card is assertiveness. Okay. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Very interesting, just like what I said. In regards to any conflict, it really comes back to the inner conflict with you, how you communicate with the other person, and that communication will either come from a loving space and a beautiful connection, a beautiful conversation, or it may trigger the other person. So when you can actually be really aware of the words you're saying, but what's going on with the words, as well as the tonality, and then also your body language. So, and this encompasses how you show up in the world, your actual energy of who you are being, because how we speak to another person, really, it's just showing what's going on for us. So I trust that makes sense. And so whenever you are speaking, yes, be assertive, but also be clear with your communication, and ask the angels, how can I communicate clearly to get my point across, but also be respected and have clear boundaries. So that's really important. And when people override your boundaries, well, then that's another beautiful learning for you. So hello Ray, and hi Jane, how are you? So good to see you here. So if anyone would like a card reading, let me know and I can choose a card. I've got a few different decks here. Over the years I've been collecting many decks. I've got over 20 different decks, and I am drawn to different ones on different days. So okay Jane, would you like the Good Tarot, the Angel Oracle, or the Keepers of the Light? And I'll just wait for your answer to come through. Angel or Awesome, because that's what I've been shuffling. We're in sync, lovey. Okay, so this one jumped out. So this is, it's the child. So there's the card, and it says, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. And this is also more time connecting with your inner child and maybe playing. So the extended message is, this card signifies that a child is affecting some aspect of your question. This could be your own child, or your desire for a child, a young family member, or your present or future work in helping children. Have children been on your mind lately? If so, this card is proof that whatever you've been considering is valid. This includes spending more time with children and looking into areas of employment related to young ones. So additional meanings is your life purpose involves helping children. As a child, pay attention to your inner child. A child in heaven is saying, I love you. A pregnancy or adoption might be part of your life. So I know that, so your youngest daughter has just moved to Perth. Okay. So you're feeling that separation, but I think you moving to Perth, correct? So to be closer to your daughters, and you've got a few children. So that's the message that came through from Awesome. You're moving to Perth. Excellent. And for those who don't know the geography in Australia, we're on the east coast and Perth is on the west coast. So it's moving to the other side of the country. And that's very exciting. And I'm so happy for you both, and for your family to be closer. Awesome. Well, if there's any questions, please pop it in the chat here, and I'm here to answer any questions or choose a card for you. And if you've got any personal questions that you'd like to ask, please also put it either in the comments or send me a private message. And you can also book a one-to-one, which you can access on my website, or just email me, linda@lindabenn.com, and we can set up a Zoom chat or a phone call, whatever works for you, and just dive into more personal things that are going on in your life that I can help you with and clarify, and just give you some guidance. So that's what I'm here for. And also I ask you to please share my joy-isms, and so I'm posting on LinkedIn, but I'll also post them on Instagram and Facebook as well. And also, if anyone out there is got any recommendations for a virtual assistant, I would really appreciate you sending me those details for people who are looking for work. And I'm growing my team, so if there's anyone out there that would like to join my team, I would really love to have a chat with you as well. So this week, just have a magical week, whatever you have got planned, and happy 4th of July to all my friends in the US, and sending much love and many blessings. And until we get to speak, or until I get to see you in person or online. Actually, this Thursday I'm doing another introduction on Palawa healing on Thursday night at 7 p.m. So if you'd like to come along, I'll be doing a demo, so a 10-minute demo for the actual healing. And so that's happening on Thursday night on Zoom. And then next Thursday, I've got another webinar, which is all about increasing your energy, stepping into your confidence, and taking charge of your life. But I can talk about that more next week. All these events are on Eventbrite. If you can't find the link on Facebook, just send me a private message and I'm happy to send you the link directly. And I look forward to seeing you soon. So have a blessed day, everyone. Sending much love, and thanks for joining me today. See you later. Bye.